boy. Well, well, well. Hello. Hello. So, we've got a bit of a fix going on, so that's cool. That's cool. Um, and we are happy to be here and get this thing going, and hopefully invite some people in to come and talk and anything at all. Um, and I do hope that you can hear me. I know it's a bit more um, in the barrel, if you want to call it that, than what it usually is. It would be a little bit better if I had a little different setup, but unfortunately, we got the setup that we got. So, um, so we're just kind of hanging out, seeing what we can get today, tonight, this evening, whatever. Um, really kind of excited that we're kind of at where we're at. Really, uh, I don't know that anyone else is quite where we're at. I don't know. I think there are a couple others. I don't want to get too arrogant, because well, one thing, that's just not my style. Then another thing, arrogance isn't pretty, and I won't be purdy. Anyways, so hello, thank you, welcome to the show. I want to set that over there for right now. Um, so what's up? What's going on? Let me know how you're doing. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. What's on your mind? What you want to know? What you need to know? And we'll try to figure it out together. I think a really cool thing would be to just go into this real quick while we're waiting on people to come in. We'll do a collective. This archangel, these archangel cards. I tell you, this is where it's at, y'all. Listen, see, ain't that nice? That's so nice and pretty. And 3. Oh, I'm covering it up just a hair. Oh well. Yeah, we're going to do those. I tossed the cards a couple of times. So, anyways, let me readjust this here. Oop. Guess I need the keyboard for what I'm wanting to do. Yeah, I'm getting encoding errors already, right? Oh well. We ain't dropping anything, so that's a good sign. I can live with that right there. No, I want one more thing. Oh, that's going to be so much better, y'all. Okay. Yeah, the color already looks better there. Okay, let's get right into this. There we go. I believe that's going to be more internationally friendly. So maybe we'll get some people that will decide to do that. And of course, I spelled WhatsApp wrong. Oh well. So, my friends, all of my friends, all the way around the world, and right here at home. The Archangel collective reading for all of us today. The first card is career transition. That's from Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel says, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Then the next card is leadership. This is from Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel says, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Then, the last card is Archangel Uriel. Uriel says, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. And I know I'm getting some frame stuff here, but hang with me, please. You know what to do. So I believe that this may not be just exactly for everyone, okay? But there is still something that you can take from this, no matter who you are. Career transition. How many of you right now, coming out of the pandemic, are finding yourself where before the pandemic you were in one kind of career, but then after the pandemic, or leading up to like now, you're heading into something new, something that you're not used to. Okay? Give me just a moment. And what what we're talking about here is, this is something that we will have to understand, because before all of this went on, before the pandemic, before anything like that, maybe we weren't where we were supposed to be. And maybe we're not even where we are supposed to be now. And I think that's why this leadership card comes up. It says it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. But what does this look like? What does this look like for you? What does this look like for those around you? Is it taking that one moment and being able being able to say, okay, yeah, I can do this, and this is the path and direction that I am going to go and that I need to go? A lot of important questions here for us. Then this last card, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So here's the thing. There's a lot of people out there that are just, for a lack of better term, taking advantage of a bad situation. And I hate that. I hate that because I know that these are good people. Okay? That's the thing. That's the whole thing of this. I know that these are good people. But they saw an opportunity and thought, oh, cool. And now that they've taken that opportunity, which, don't get me wrong, isn't necessarily a bad thing. They're too used to that opportunity. And so therefore they're getting stuck in a rut. Well, it's time to get unstuck from that rut, okay? It's time to lead into that career transition. It's time to lead into that role of leadership. It's time to lead into the thing that you know to do. So, my heart goes out to each and every person out there, especially if you have been really faced with some challenges over the past year. I am sorry. I'm sorry that that was the case for you. But know that people are here for you, support you, lift you up. And hold on to that hope. Because there is hope. We just have to be willing to accept that there is hope. Peace and thanks. So, how's it go? Oh, I hope everyone is wonderful. As wonderful as one could be. I'm sorry, I'm trying to work something out in my head about how to do something along with trying to manage this show. Anyways, it's just kind of hanging out, chilling. I like being able to be here for people at least. Now I know my the midday show. I have been getting more people in there, which is actually why I've kind of debated about continuing the late night show. And I'm saying late night as in it's 11:09 right now. I kind of want to be like, let's not. But at the same time, I'm like, it'll be fine. No, not you. That one. Sorry, I got kind of distracted by my clock down here because I noticed it was kind of hard to see. Well, it'll have to do, I guess. Now if I can go in and change that just a smidge. Oh wait. Okay, I like that. Mike, hello, yo, how's it go? Mike. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. That's I'm sure you get that a lot. What's up, Mike? What can we do for you? Yes, sir, do. I am an intuitive reader. And spiritual healer and advisor. I don't claim to be a psychic. I don't see myself as a psychic. So anything that's got to do with when when something will happen, or if someone what someone feels about something, is not really my kind of field of expertise. Now, if there's a question that there's something like what you need to know about a situation, I'll be more than happy to answer that for you. Now, that's not to say that in the reading we can't get into what might could happen, or what someone very possibly is feeling. But I don't like to make those questions the focus of the reading, because it really limits the reading, in my opinion. But that's just me. So, anyways. Okay. Well, that's exactly that's exactly how to get started in it. Anyways, is just to ask, and I'd be more than happy to talk about what what it is that I do, and so on. Or if there's anything in particular that you would like to ask, or if you would like me to do a reading for you in particular, then I can do that too. I am sorry about the frames being a little jumpy, but due to limitations, we have to cut back our frame rate so that we can actually get the content out. So between the frame rate and the upload speed and I mean, whatever else, we're doing the best we can with what we got. So, of course, a better computer, uh, you know, bigger, better computer, something more like a gaming computer would be ideal for this. But, well, they're a little expensive. So, Mm. Okay. A so-called player, huh? Uh, I yeah, I've heard that term. Uh, I hear you. I hear you. So, yeah, let me let me do a relationship, my relationship spread for you, and we'll see what comes out there. I need three numbers for your reading: one between 1 and 16, one between 1 and 22, and another one between 1 and 40. Get those to me, and we will get right to it. Get down there. 7, 22, and 35. Thank you very much. All right. All the. Holy cow. Okay. Uh, really? That ain't right. Oh well. All the cards have been shuffled, and there's a cut. 6, 7.
You draw me in, and I can't slow down. No, can you feel it too? There ain't no stopping now. Feet off the ground, hands
22.
to the sky. Yeah, wind by my side. You in my vision, directly we collide.
This is probably where the frames will uh, will drop. And 35. 40. Couldn't tell you why that is. Okay.
I'm here, I mean statue. Your heart is a magnet, I'm coming at you. Girl, you're my target, I'm aiming at you. You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule that ever taught you. Forget about anything that ever brought you. 'Cause me and you
So, what I do for my relationship and love readings is I split the deck up into the essential parts of the tarot. So you got the court cards, and then you have the major arcana, and then that leaves the lower 40 of the minor arcana, which is the rest of the deck. It's the cups, the pinnacles, the swords, and the wands, and then 1 through 10 of each of those, or ace through 10, I guess I should say. Your court card is the King of Cups. So, a King of Cups in the love relationship reading talks about a person. They are a true romantic. They will listen, as opposed to others. There'll be somebody that is willing to listen and be open. And they can be someone that tends to open up their partner's creativity and heart and spirituality. It could suggest that it would help one's relationships to embrace more of the King of Cups qualities. So that's the definition. I'm going to get into into the tying it all together in just a moment. The next one from the major arcana is card number 6. Card 6 is the Lovers. The Lovers in a love relationship reading speaks of a relationship that is very positive, that is where it speaks of a relationship that the decisions will benefit both parties. There is a deep possibility for spiritual union. For singles, it says that love could be soon entering one's realm. Remember to choose from the heart. One may have found their life partner. And then the last card from the minor arcana is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups in a love relationship reading suggests that there are deep connections with friends or a lover. For singles, it suggests that the right person may be just around the corner. So, honestly, just from what I'm picking up here, I think you are probably going to need to start looking, or at least being aware of the opportunity for someone else to come in. I'm not going to say that it won't happen or that it will happen, but these cards, like you just said, you kind of identify with the King of Cups, where that you are a great listener. I didn't really feel as though that it was that you needed to learn to be the King of Cups. What it felt like to me, that was more of a you you it's coming to me. Give me just a moment. The King of Cups is the person that you've used as being this, as some would call it, a player. I think the more traditional term for it is bachelor, in every true sense of the word. If I'm mistaken by that, please correct me. But I would think that you would more identify yourself as like a bachelor. But given the number 6, the Lovers, and given the Two of Cups, those are two very, very strong relationship cards. I wouldn't take this message lightly. Now there again, you can do whatever you want to and just be like, well, whatever, I'm going to do my own thing anyways. To each their own. But here's what I basically preach on here all the time. You need to do that which is best for your highest self in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. Okay? So the bachelor time for you may have been a good thing, and that's fine. But you're coming into a stage and point in life where really you need to start focusing on the things that matter. Not that the things that have led up to this point don't, but I feel like that there's been things that you may have held yourself back from, and whether that's because of being scared or whatever, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, but that's kind of where I'm feeling this going. You are like a really cool, super cool guy. I like you're the type of guy that everybody can be friends with, I feel. And if I'm wrong about that, like, you don't really have any enemies. That's what I'm feeling here. If that's the case, you have no issue going forward with this. Okay? So, anyways, I'll leave that. I'll leave it be. So, I hope that's helped you out. That's what I do. I help people. Give them clarity. Help help them find answers, you know. And a lot of people think that that includes telling the future. Uh, and I'm, it's not for me. It is what it is, you know. Anyways, if there is anyone out there that would like to send a tip or donation or anything like that, no. There it goes. Then there are links in the chat popping up around here and there and whatever. Feel free, please. I just upgraded some stuff and to try and help a little bit, and it's helping a little bit. But you know, there's always improvements that can be made and so on. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Come back, like, share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. You know, make us happy. Talk me up. Tell your friends. Be like, I never did this before, and the dude was like kind of halfway accurate, and he actually told me stuff that I probably should actually take care of. So, anyways, oh, oh yeah, and I don't know if you saw there, Mike. I do have Facebook page, Twitter account. Uh, Whoopee! I received 100 messages today with restream chat. Cool. I didn't even know that that was even a thing. That's great. If you like to explore a little bit more into, you know, some more deeper stuff, I tried to keep my reading short on here. That's in on purpose. Part of it is to keep people wondering. I'll be honest. Another part of it is if I do a full in-depth reading, like some people would like to have. Um, I would never, I wouldn't get more than one done a show. And so uh, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do my simplest thing that I can do on the show, and that's what I'll do. And if I get some tips, then I get some tips. If I don't, then I don't. But otherwise, I we'll push the Facebook and push the Twitter, and you all can catch the deals. Hey, which I want to go ahead and mention that right now. I know it's not hardly anybody on here. Actually, I think Mike's the only person. Of course, I got some other stuff going out there too. But anyways, let's see. Let me go there, and then I need to go there and there. Y'all hear me talking to myself now, right? So I do tarot readings. I also do Reiki healing. I am a Reiki master. My 20-minute 4-card reading, or 3 cards for the relationship spread, is it is $30. It's on sale right now for $20. It's on sale right now for $20. My 40-minute 7-card spread, originally $45, on sale right now for $30. And then the 60-minute 10-card spread is originally $60 and on sale right now for $40. Of course, you know, the larger the spread, the more in depth it can be, and the more in depth it is, let me tell you. Then my Reiki sessions, I got a session that goes about 25-30 minutes, depending upon how the energy is about the particular issue that's going on. Though those usually run about $30, they are right now $25. And then the 50 to 60 minute Reiki sessions usually go for about $50. They are going for $40 right now. So you can WhatsApp me, you can Facebook message me, you can send me a direct message on Twitter. You can text me directly. I mean, right there's the phone number. You don't have to use WhatsApp if you don't want to. Just whatever. I will be more than happy to take any customers, because I'll say this, my availability is quite open. That's not to say that I'm not making money, because I am making money. I got other ways of making money, and yes, it's all legal, but still. But I mean, like besides that, really, this is more like, if I can get this off the ground, then I can have continuing customers, returning customers, and then your occasional drive-by customer like Mr. Mike over here that decides, I was just curious, and then I do a reading for him, and he's like, wow, okay, I'm sticking around. Anyways, Mike, I gotta pick on you. It is a late Monday night, and ladies and gentlemen, I do tell you, it's not surprising that we're not seeing hardly anyone on here, but I figured I would hop on and see what we could do. Of course, once in a while you'll get somebody that's just uh, not not sure and would just like to know a little bit more. And there's not a thing wrong with that. Oh boy. Anyways, um, let's see. What do we got here? Oop, it's right in front of me. Okay, channel. So I this is implying that this is implying fortune telling again. Fortune telling has anything to do with what's going to happen in the future, and I don't do that. I can do a question that is what you need to know about the relationship between you and Alex, but I'm wanting to think that I just did one for you on that. I mean, I don't mind to do it again, but that's just what I do. I know it seems restrictive, but it's just not my style. And neither can I. I don't make the focus of my reading to be about what the future is, and asking a question in that way, or or asking what someone's feelings are. That I don't mean to be a stickler on that, but I don't know. That's just me. I'm sorry if that's what you're looking for, but I just can't. I can't in good conscience do a question like that. By the way, people, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're over on Twitch, go over to the YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe real quick too. And then you can hop back over on Twitch if you'd like to. I mean, hey, I get it. I get it. You like Twitch. I get it. The views on YouTube would really help me out, though. I'm just saying. Hello, Doritos Loco. How are you? Welcome to Guide of the Light. I'm Stiofan Seamus. Thank you, Doritos Loco. Yeah, so I am a intuitive reader, uh, spiritual healer, and advisor. Uh, I get on here and listen to some music, and then sorry, I'm kind of halfway distracted. Um, then if somebody has a question that they need answered, as far as, like, you know, what they need to know about their career, as in whether or not, you know, what they're doing is the right choice. Um, then uh, I I help I help them through that, through doing tarot readings um, and giving insight to their life and their situations that they may not otherwise be uh, seeing themselves. Um, yeah, well, so as far as the freezing up goes, and so on, um, I am on low budget. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can with what I got. Uh, the um, all my cameras are running at 20 FPS, uh, and my uh, can you test me to see if a reading is worth it? Well, I mean, I guess you could. Uh, my my experience my experience with people who are skeptic is that it usually doesn't turn out well. Um, that is one thing. I don't. I don't claim to be a psychic. So for me to be able to tell you something about you that you already know is beyond my scope of practice. So, I mean, like I said, what I do is people come to me with questions and trying to figure stuff out. Usually, a lot of them are relationship questions, to be quite frank. And I just relay the information that I get. I mean, if you want proof of affirmed readings, you can go to you're more than welcome to go to my YouTube channel and watch hours of video and lives that I have on there, and see for yourself. I'm not telling you no. I'm not telling you that I can't or won't, but I'm just telling you what my experience is with skeptics and them being upfront about saying that they're testing me. So is it possible to have evil spirits on you? Or you mean in you? Or something like that? Um, so the second part on how to remove them, if you're looking for a magic cure of some kind of potion or something, I don't do that. But as far as it being possible to have evil spirits on you or in you, yeah, I suppose. I refer to them more as energy, negative and positive energies. I feel as though that's a better way of talking about them, rather than spirits or beings. And the reason why is because when we talk about negatives and we attach the negatives to an object, person, or being, then it becomes harder to deal with, because we always see that thing there. Where if we can talk about negative in the sense of energy, we can transcend that, because we can change energy. We can't change being. Okay? See what I'm saying? So, negative energies, yeah. Negative energies can surround us. And this is something that I said a while ago, that actually kind of falls along this line. Um, I I don't believe in negative people. What I believe in is people who happen to be around negative situations. Situations that are filled with negative energy, so to speak. So, when we're talking about that, we have to realize, like, we have to realize about who we are talking, and then understand about what that individual's situation is. Because the reality on it is that my reality is not the same as your reality, and your reality is not the same as the person next over to you. Okay, so when you have someone that seems to be toxic, seems to be a negative person, it may not be because they are a negative person, or it may not be because they are toxic. It may be more that because of the situations that they have had in their life, they are surrounded with negative energies. They can break free from those. It takes work. And they can change those energies. But it does take work. Like I said earlier, I don't believe in a magic cure-all for escaping negative. I believe that there are things that we each individually have to go through that makes us a better human being. I preach on here all the time. Live your life in a way that is best for your highest self, and on top of that, for the betterment of humanity. So if you do both of those, then you're heading in the right direction. So the nature one is surrounded by shapes their persona. Yeah, I would say a big part of it plays a factor in that. Now, hear this out. Some people can be put in negative situations and around negative energies and come out on the other side positive and bettering themselves because they have seen the negative and realized the negative and want to move past that. Okay? So, and it's not that individual's fault. This is another thing too. So the thought process behind this is, one would think that the way that I'm putting this is that there's this individual's fault that they are getting into these negative situations, and that they are getting into the surrounding themselves with these negative energies. Then that's not necessarily the case, because we never do know what's happened or is happening in their life that makes them be in the particular situation that they're in anyways. Okay? So because we have to look at the person as a whole, and we have to look at the situation as a whole, we end up being able to better help them, as long as they're willing to be helped. Okay? So that's kind of the whole thing in a nutshell, and really as best as I know how to explain it.
Let's play pinball.
No, no. Do, there, and not doing what's best for one's self. The wording is doing what's best for your higher self. So doing what's best for one's self is doing what's best for the ego. That is selfish. Okay? That is not building yourself up in a positive way. We have to set ego aside. Ego is the biggest thing that harms us in our day-to-day walk. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at, if we are full of ourself, then we can't reach our higher self. So our higher self is that which is the persona of us that hears and sees and understands each and every person in their own right and in their own capacity. So, and then that being something that helps us to move forward in being a better human. Like I said, doing that which is good for our higher self, so that we are a better human. Okay? So that's the difference between selfish doing for yourself and doing for your higher self in all that. I think we know. I think we instinctively know the difference. Um, I believe that we. I believe that we know in a way that is natural to us. Sometimes some people need to be reminded. And that's where the education part comes in. But I don't think that there's I don't think that there is a lack of knowledge though. Oh yeah, they no, thank you, Doritos Loco. I thank you for coming on and asking these questions. They're great questions, and I'm I'm glad you are asking these questions because you're actually getting into me and you know who I am and learning me, and that's great. Other than uh, us versus the people that come on and just ask for a reading, which is no problem. You know, it's not a problem. It's just like, okay, let's chat. Let's chat. So thank you. Um, I still I still am a part of my faith. I still am an active member in my faith. For me, it has helped me grow. But here's the thing. I approach religion, spirituality, whatever, from a, again, a holistic standpoint. I was raised Baptist, okay? And whenever I say Baptist, I don't mean like Southern Baptist. I mean like a little more right than Southern Baptist, okay? A little more conservative than Southern Baptist, even though you can't go too much further from that, in my opinion. Um, so that was a very close-minded view of a lot of things, right? I mean, obviously. Um, then when I came out, and of course the church had asked me, I'll back up a little bit here. Uh, I became a minister, uh, and all of that, and then whenever I came out, the church had asked me for my minister's license and asked me to revoke my membership. Okay. I still felt a connectedness to the divine. Uh, I still felt a connectedness to the divine, so I wasn't quite ready to give up church. I found a church not well about an hour away that accepted me for who I am, and they really helped me grow and connect the Christian aspect with the being gay aspect, and help me see, exactly what these things meant. Okay, and that was one thing that really propelled me forward in this thought of full inclusion, um, full inclusion spirituality, if you want to put it that way. Um, and so I moved on from there, and I started my own study on religion and spirituality, uh, and I mean like religion as in religions around the world, right? Um, I started my own study, and I came to yes, I was. Um, I came to this realization that the message and the goal of all of the religions, I mean, like the core messages and the core goals, not the alternative goals and so on, but the core messages and the core goals. Uh, no, you're fine. Um, were all practically the same. And so, like, and I'm getting around to where the tarot and my stance on spirituality and all that ties in just a moment. So whenever I did that, I was like, this whole big thing in my mind opened up of the divine is so much bigger than we can even imagine. There was a book that I had read, and it said it was called "Reframed: From the God We've Made to God with Us," and it was talking about how we've taken God and made God to fit in this box in a way that we see God, and this is how God is, and God doesn't like these things. How do you know? Who told you that that's what God does and doesn't like? Well, it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? God? No. Now, I mean, I'm not a biblical scholar. I do know Bible, obviously. But coming to the realization that the God that we've come to know is actually more of a construct than the God that actually is, was such an eye-opener for me. Now, this is where I go back again to before I came out. So before I came out, as a kid, like in middle school, and I would say even before then, I always had some kind of a draw to um, nature, spirituality, uh, and quite frankly, the cards, tarot. Uh, there were a couple of times that I thought about going and trying to find some, or uh, or um, make my own or whatever. As a kid, okay. It was like they were calling me, okay, so to speak. And I messed around with it a little bit by using playing cards, which is possible, but I really didn't know what I was doing. But I I ended up uh, I ended up being able to uh, once I got past the realizing that the construct wasn't the reality. I'll get to that in a second for you. Um, that that this was okay as long as I came to it and did it from a place of love and respect. uh there was nothing wrong with it. Okay. um so so that's how I kind of came to uh being able to accept the two together, right? as far as as far as for me and my faith, it does nothing to me that negatively impacts me, in my opinion. I am careful about who I tell, because I know that there are those that do not think that it's correct and do not think that they belong together. And so I leave it at that. But as far as like whenever I'm doing the show or whatever, I will be honest. I will come from a perspective, especially if I need to relate some kind of a story. It might be a biblical story, and that's just me. But that's just kind of how I work through that myself. I I am familiar with the occult, and magic. Um, I think just like everything, there are good and bad uh, of both. Um, just like there are good Christians and bad Christians. I mean, they're everywhere that you look. Um, Now, not necessarily with the occult and then magic, but yes, and uh, I will affirm them and what they do. if that's their path, and they feel like that is the direction that they need to go, that they are being called to, then fine. But I mean, I know it's not for me, but that's okay. As long as it's not being done in a way that is going to be harming other people or intended to harm other people, then you know there's nothing that I can say about it. The difference between, hang on, the difference between the construct and the reality. You're talking about the construct and the reality of God, correct? Oh yeah. By the way, there is a group of witches. They call themselves the Christian witches, and there is a book out. I think it's called. It's either called Guide to a Christian Witch or Being a Christian Witch or whatever. But anyways, just so you know. Okay. So the difference between the construct and the reality of God. So the construct is a God that is, and I know this sounds weird because the Bible says that this is God, but just hang on. The construct is a jealous God. Okay. The construct is a God that punishes rather than heals. The construct is a God that knows, sees, and hears all. Now, I'll say that. That's not to say that I don't believe that God doesn't know, see, and hear all. My thing with the construct of a God that knows, sees, and hears all is this is a God that was made to be a fairy tale. I mean, that's the easiest way that I can put it. Okay, this God, the construct God, is a God that is that has a lot of human qualities. Hear me out. The construct God is a God that has a lot of human qualities that are sinful in nature, but yet God is supposed to be perfect. So a God that is a jealous God, a God that looks down upon you because you're different, A God that would rather punish than heal. That's a construct God. That's not the God that I believe in. That's not the divine that I believe in. There was an Episcopalian bishop. I don't know. I think he's still alive. John Shelby Spong. He said it best. God is not a noun to be described, but a verb to be lived. Now I want you to think about that for just a moment. God is not a noun to be described, but a verb to be lived. Now we're not talking about going around and saying that I am God, look at me, I am God. Or thinking that we are God. Or trying to act like God and put divine punishment. No. You know, the Bible says God is love. It doesn't say God is ego, God is a punisher, God is dot 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 dot. It says God is love. A verb to be lived. Takes on a whole new meaning when it's thought of that way. At least for me. And so that's where you get into that construct God versus reality God. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see. I feel that all is sin. That all sin is sin. It seems that today people place certain sins like sexual sins higher on the list. Moreover, doesn't Jesus not say to judge others, or you shall be judged? Likewise, cast the plank out of your eye before you speak of the dust in your brother's eye. Mm, I don't. Um, yeah, no, I would have to say that I disagree. Because denying ourself, um, let me scroll back up here. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if you are, there are parts of you that you have to acknowledge. I mean, that's just the reality on it. If you don't acknowledge it, then that means that you are denying who you are. And and full um and full recognition of your higher self is accepting yourself as you are, not a denial of yourself. uh I, I believe that what Jesus is talking about here is quite literally the ego. uh that's from my study on it. uh because the ego self is what's the most harmful. uh because that's what gets us to the point of being inhospitable, and and all of the other things that are just not um, person centered uh, um, acceptance. That's fine. That's fine. Because that is bringing harm upon another person, and you need to deny that, because that is an ego thing. Sexuality has nothing to do with ego. I'm not more egotistical for being gay and attracted to men and in a relationship with a man than if I was straight and attracted to women and in a relationship with a woman. my sexuality has nothing to do with my ego. My sexuality has nothing to do with harming another person. And this is what I'm I'm saying. So he's talking to a group of people that there that um, they were living by their own rules. They were living by rules that yeah, no, I agree. But you got to understand the context here. You got to understand the context. And the context here is that Jesus is speaking to individuals who had written rules that were very clearly stated, and then putting God's name to them. I will add that too. Putting God's name to them. Okay? And what Jesus was getting at here was that they're breaking their own rules, even by just those simple acts, as the way that they're described, and they were trying to explain them away. In one form or another. And this isn't necessarily that. I mean, we're talking about I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but that what we have to remember, and really this isn't the show for that. But what we have to remember is the context in which those conversations were had. Okay. And remembering that who Jesus is talking to here. Is he talking to his disciples? Because that is, well, why? Why? Because a lawyer asked him what was the greatest commandment. That's why. uh, uh, to directly answer your question, I mean, uh,
Oh, girl, just say something.
as a person. So is God a person?
Something. No running. You got me thinking about the state I'm in. Going back to that place we met. Yeah, I've been feeling lost somewhere deep within. No, I can't turn back. I need that grit, that loving. You say you want it, baby. Take this in. You're feeling spinning, but I know you want it. I know you want it. Oh, girl, you know what I've been through. I don't know if I can do this on my own. No, no. Oh, baby, tell me what to do. I don't know if I can do this on my own. No, no. I've been drinking, think I'm faded. Way too much, don't think I'll make this on my own. No. Well, fuck it.
Or are you saying that God is a person?
Oh, nah, nah, nah.
Okay. Okay. So there's some things there with that. Okay.
Let me say something. Oh, baby, let me say something. Stop running.
Number one,
I see the pain you're in.
by the time we get to this era,
Your nerves take it.
we are already in a very patriarchal society. Very. Okay. So for Jesus to pray to any kind of construct that would be geared toward a mother entity, or any other kind of entity for that matter, would be against social norms. Because social norms would be that the man is just that, they are the man, and then the woman, the wife, and the children, and everything else is property. Okay. So whenever you go to pray, you're not going to pray to property. You will pray to the man. Property prays to man, not the man prays to property. Okay, that was that culture. That was that mindset. Women, children, the lame were all lesser than. So whenever you're looking at this, you're looking at early BCE wording from Greek, which then was also from Aramaic. Yes, but also, did you know? Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Humble yourselves. I agree 100%. And even Paul recognizes this about that we are all brothers and sisters. It doesn't. It doesn't. He was trying. He was starting to implement a point. I mean, Paul. Okay, here's the thing with it. Okay, listen. Paul says that in Christ there is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female. Okay? So here's what I want to know. If in Christ there is neither Jew nor Greek, so basically to say that there is neither a believer in the Abrahamic God, and the pagan worshiper, there in Christ there is neither slave nor free. Okay, so there is neither property or owner. In Christ there is neither male nor female. If in Christ there is neither male nor female, then what does it matter who I love? And if in Christ there is neither Jew, Abrahamic believer, or a Gentile, a pagan worshiper, then what does it matter that how I experience God? That's all that I'm saying. That would be my argument. Okay? And thank you. Thank you for not judging. Although I do I do feel like that maybe there was a little bit, but I won't hold it against you. I don't see my attraction and love for someone being a sin, and neither do I see the way in which I experience the divine a sin either. And I think that's where we have a difference. Because I think that uh, that God being love and a God of love isn't going to care about who I love and isn't going to care about how I experience them as long as it's not hurting someone else in the process. So, hey, there again, that's just me. Like I said, as long as I come from it from a place of love, then there's no, for me there's no question. And I mean a true place of love too, not this place of love that some people say is love. Sorry, I kind of have a agitation towards some people about that, about certain things. But anyways, Doritos Loco, bless you. And I thank you for the conversation as well. Because you've gotten me to dig a little deeper and expand uh, expand into who I am even more, which is great. It's great. It gets me into more in touch with myself, and I need to do that. I need to do that more. Uh, yes, yes, you as well. Come around some more. I try to get on as often as I can, but I know it's not that. It's not really that often, but I try to make it like twice a day. Well, at least once a day. I try to do a during the day show, which I don't know what the local time is for you, but it's 1:02 a.m. for me. Yeah. Uh, Not that that's a bad thing. I'm cool with it. I'm used to it. But I got I tried to do one through the midday for people who aren't uh, probably not on, at this time of night. And then if I can and or feel like it, I get on and do this later night show as well. But then there's a span of time that I have to take off because I got some other personal stuff that I got going on, where just I can't get on. So I'll have a span of about 5 days that every other week that I can't get on to do the show. So I get on to do as much as I can and do the best that I can with what I got. And so thank you for the conversation. If you want to send me a tip or whatever, you've seen the links pop through there a few times now, at least. I'm sure I'd be grateful for it. I understand if you don't. I'm not. I'm not too picky or stickler about that. I just try to just basically trying to drum up business. Nah, I don't think so. Because I think it's a part of who we are. Not it's not a that's that you know where that came from. You know where that came from actually. That came from the the mid early church from Constantine, who was so disgusted with himself about his sexual urges that he ended up castrating himself. Okay? And that is the truth. I'm not going to color that any other shade than what it is. And he demanded that the church take that kind of stance on sexual conduct. And that's really, with Constantine, that is really when things kind of started to go south for the faith itself, because he had a really, in my opinion, screwed up mind and thought about what being a Christian was. Being a Christian was, okay? So, no. No. And the reason why I say that is because sex is though yes, it's an animal instinct, it's also a way that we show our passion for our partners. It's the way that we show our love for our partners. Now, I mean, outside of that, I mean, I guess one could argue that extramarital sex, even outside of gay relationships, could be, but no, I still don't think so. I still don't see where that's even feasible or what have you. Right. Right. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. Yes, exactly. I mean, well, okay, well, but okay. Also, similarly with uh, drinking, right? I think there again, I think that comes down to when it is it is being done to a point that is harmful to yourself, or uh, or others. Uh, I don't know why you can't sub or donate. Let me check that out. As far as donate goes, there's a link. Uh, there's a link in the chat to my tip page. Um, Rosario, I see you. I will get right to you. You give me just a moment, please. Um, Doritos Loco. I I'm not sure. It's been a while, but yeah, I'm practically brand new. Excuse you, Rosario. Oh boy, this is great. Okay. Bye bye. I don't know what you're trying to ask. I do not understand the preference of your question because I don't do fortune telling type questions like uh, if there will be any size difference in your being. Like, really, uh, what? Yeah, okay. You can see your way out. Because I'm doing serious stuff here. Yeah, no, you're not. That's not a serious question. And uh, I really would like to have. Uh, uh, no, I ain't even putting up with it. I'm sorry, I'm just not in the mood to deal with stuff like that. I don't think it's cute or funny. Well, I mean, you can go to my tip page. Oh, come on. I don't even know, bro. Like, no, not under that. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I don't think that you have to sign into PayPal. Um, I think you can just use the card directly on it, and without having to sign in, like as a guest, if you wanted to do that. Let's see. I don't. Maybe it's under this. And no, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to. Oh, wait, hang on. I may have found.
I occasionally think how
Well,
quickly
maybe.
our differences worldwide would vanish.
Well, I found
Facing an alien threat.
where to. I found where to find my stream at. About schedule videos. Oops, chat. But I don't see where to set up the subs and stuff.
If we were facing an alien threat.
It says I have 2 followers.
We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world, this world, this world, this world, this world.
Hello and welcome to any other people that maybe have just come in. I am trying to figure out how to do this thing. No, that ain't it. I don't know. Hello, and who all do we have out there? If we have any out there. Um, Actually, kind of surprised that I'm seeing numbers. Option. And then my selling tools. I don't know. All right. Well, people, I think I'm going to call it done. I do, I do. So, at the beginning of the show, we did a there we go. That's a little bit better, anyways. Maybe. At the beginning of the show, we did a archangel reading that talked about career paths changing, and then acknowledging our leadership capabilities, and also acknowledging that, if we really look, we know what to do, and we know how to do it. The thing is just getting it done and actually doing it. So as you go about your business and you go on through about your life, uh, take into consideration these thoughts. And of course, always live your life in a way that builds up your higher self for the betterment of humanity. For when we do this, and we do it out of love, we create a better world for not just us, but for the future. Blessings, peace, and light to you all. Thank you.
What have you got to say? My heart is on display, but I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Why you been getting busy? I've been getting dizzy, trying not to keep you in mind. Now I look through the eyes and suddenly enticing since you came back in my life. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you. I've